All right, so get this. We're diving into tool parties for men.
Tool parties.
Yeah,
For men.
like Tupperware parties,
Mm-hmm.
but with tools.
Oh, wow.
We found this article, and it's pretty wild. It lays out, like, the whole business model.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, like, how much it costs, how to run the parties, even where to find the best deals on tools.
I mean, that's what I find so interesting is like it's such a social thing, right? Like home parties,
Yeah.
but then you're selling tools.
Tools? Yeah.
It's not the usual way guys buy tools.
Not at all. And think about it. Going to a hardware store can be
Oh, yeah.
intimidating.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're not, super into DIY.
Right, right.
So walk me through this. What happens at a tool party?
So imagine you're at a buddy's house, right?
Okay.
And you're in the garage or maybe a workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Music's playing. There's snacks and drinks, a real chill vibe.
I like where this is going.
And it's all guys who are, into tools
Yeah.
and DIY projects.
Yeah.
But instead of just browsing aisles, you're actually trying out the tools.
Huh.
Like hands-on demos, maybe even a mini workshop.
So like a men's book club, but with power tools.
Exactly. I love it.
It's a fun twist.
Okay, let's get down to business. The article talks about this as like a legitimate business opportunity.
Yeah.
So how does that work? It's like a franchise or?
Not really a franchise, at least not yet.
Okay.
It's more like you're an independent, business owner.
Okay.
You find the tools, set up the parties, make the sales.
So wait, are you saying I could get free tools just for having my buddies over?
Potentially.
To like hang out, eat chips, and talk shop?
I mean, why not?
Sign me up. But seriously, what's the initial investment for all this?
Okay, so the article breaks down the startup costs.
Okay.
And it's not as bad as you might think.
Okay.
First, you need inventory, the tools themselves.
Drill saws, that kind of thing.
Yeah, all the essentials. It says that could be anywhere from like $1,000 to $5,000.
Okay, so not nothing, but way less than opening a store.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Then you've got marketing.
Got to get the word out. Yep. Brochures, business cards, maybe a simple website. They say around $200 to $500 for that starting out.
Makes sense.
And you'll need some demo tools.
Oh, right. Can't show up with some rusty old.
Exactly. Got to make a good impression.
Yeah.
Budget another $500 to $1,000 for some nice ones.
Okay.
And then factor in things like transportation,
Mm.
maybe some packaging if you're selling tools on the spot,
Okay.
maybe some little giveaways to get people excited.
So all in all, we're looking at maybe like $2,000 to $7,000 to launch this whole thing.
Sounds about right.
Not bad, especially if I'm getting free tools out of it.
It's pretty reasonable when you compare it to other businesses,
Yeah, for sure.
especially with the potential, to make a profit.
Okay, so I'm sold. Where do I find all these tools? Do I just raid my grandpa's garage?
Hold on, there are actually 6 different ways to source tools.
6 different ways. Lay it on me.
So first, there are wholesale distributors,
Wholesale distributors.
like Grainger or Zorro, places where you can buy in bulk at a discount.
Okay, makes sense if you're going to be supplying a whole party.
Right, exactly. Then there's online marketplaces like Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Yeah, they connect you directly with manufacturers, often at lower prices.
So I'm guessing most of that stuff's made in China.
Well, you can find manufacturers all over the world through those platforms.
Oh, okay, cool.
The article also suggests checking out clearance sales.
Oh, I love a good clearance sale.
Right. You can find some amazing deals at those big box stores.
Sweet. What else?
If you want something unique, maybe think about partnering with a local manufacturer.
Okay.
They might have some specialized tools you wouldn't find anywhere else.
That's a cool idea. Okay, so we've got wholesale distributors, online marketplaces, clearance sales, and local manufacturers.
Then there's drop shipping.
Drop shipping, what's that?
So you basically partner with a supplier, and they handle all the inventory and shipping.
So I don't have to worry about storing all those tools?
Exactly. You just list them on your website or at your party, and when someone buys, the order goes straight to the drop shipper.
So I'm like the middleman?
Yeah, you're curating the selection and marketing the party.
That sounds pretty appealing, especially when you're just starting out.
It definitely simplifies things,
Yeah.
but you do have less control over things like shipping times and quality control.
So it's a trade-off.
Right.
Okay, and what was that last option you mentioned?
Trade shows?
Trade shows?
Yeah, you can connect with vendors, see new products,
Yeah.
maybe even negotiate bulk discounts.
So like schmooze with the bigwigs and get a sneak peek at the latest and greatest.
Exactly.
I like it. So there are lots of options for sourcing tools.
Yeah, the key is to be resourceful and shop around, see what works best for you.
That's great advice.
Thanks.
So we've got the tools, we've got the party atmosphere. But the real question is, how much money can I actually make doing this?
Oh, the million-dollar question.
Right. Is this a side hustle, or can I make a living throwing tool parties?
Well, that's what we'll find out in part 2 of our deep dive.
Can't wait. Stay tuned.
All right, so let's talk money.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Can you actually make a living throwing these tool parties?
That's the question.
The article says you could, yeah, a typical party could bring in like $500 to $2,000 in sales.
Wow, that's a pretty decent range.
It is.
I-
And even on the low end, if you're doing multiple parties a month, that starts to add up.
Multiple parties a month. How many are we talking to make this a full-time thing?
It depends on your expenses, of course, and how much you need to earn.
Right.
But they say like 4 to 6 parties a month could potentially replace a full-time income.
4 to 6 parties. That's a lot of parties.
It's,
Do people really buy that many tools?
Well, it's not just about selling one-off tools.
Yeah.
It's about, creating that buzz, building a community, offering extra value.
Okay, so how do you do that? What kind of value are we talking about?
Well, you could upsell bundle deals.
Bundle deals.
Like instead of just selling a drill, you offer a drill and toolkit combo.
Oh, yeah, make it a meal deal.
Exactly.
I like it.
And then there's the recurring customer thing.
Okay.
Once someone comes to a party and they enjoy it,
Yeah.
they're more likely to come back.
Make-
So you want to encourage that. Send out newsletters. Offer deals to past attendees.
Okay.
Really make them feel like part of a community.
Yeah, building relationships, not just making a quick buck.
Right. And you can also expand what you offer.
Okay.
Start with the basics,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe branch out into toolboxes, workbenches,
Okay.
safety gear, even DIY project kits.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Keep things fresh.
Yeah.
And don't forget about online sales.
Oh, yeah, you could have like a website.
Exactly. People can browse and buy even if they can't make it to a party.
Smart.
You could even offer special discounts for people who did come to a party.
Oh, yeah. Nice little incentive.
Right. And then there are other ways to make money, too.
Like what?
You could host paid workshops,
Workshops.
teach people basic home repair skills,
Oh, cool.
furniture building, even advanced woodworking techniques.
That's a great idea. You're not just selling tools, you're selling knowledge.
Exactly.
And let's be honest, a lot of guys could use a little help in that department.
True. Plus, it's a chance to, show off your tools.
Yeah, get people excited about using them.
Right.
Okay, so I'm on board with all this. How do I get people to come to these parties in the first place?
That's where marketing comes in.
Ah, of course.
And the article has some really good advice on that.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Social media is key, obviously.
Yeah, gotta be on social media these days.
It's free. It's easy to use.
Mhm.
You can connect with your target audience.
So what kind of stuff should I be posting?
Think eye-catching videos, demonstrating the tools.
Okay.
Maybe a time lapse of a DIY project, customer testimonials.
Ooh, I like the video idea.
You can even run ads on Facebook and Instagram.
Targeted ads?
Yeah, to reach the right people.
So smart. Okay, but what about meeting people face to face?
That's important too.
Yeah.
Partner up with local businesses,
Okay.
community centers, hardware stores, even trade schools.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You could offer to host a demo or a workshop at their location.
Yeah, cross promotion.
Exactly. And don't forget about email marketing.
Email still works.
It does build an email list. Send out newsletters with tool tips, DIY advice,
Okay.
exclusive offers, party invitations.
Keep those inboxes full.
And of course, word of mouth is huge.
Word of mouth.
Encourage your happy customers to spread the word.
Happy customers are the best advertising.
They are, and it's free.
Can't beat that. What about a website? Do I need one?
It's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, make it professional looking, clear product descriptions, customer testimonials, maybe even a blog.
Okay.
Make it easy for people to find information about your parties.
So it's like a virtual storefront for my tool party empire.
Exactly.
Okay, this is all great, but let's be real for a second. What are some of the challenges?
Challenges.
Yeah, I mean, it can't all be sunshine and roses.
Of course, not every business has its hurdles.
So what should I be prepared for?
Well, inventory management can be tricky.
Okay.
You don't want to have too much stock, but you also don't want to run out of popular items.
Yeah, finding that balance.
Right. And then there's building that initial customer base.
Oh, yeah, those first few parties might be a little
It might be small, but, offer some incentives.
incentive.
Free giveaways, discounts for first-time attendees.
Okay.
Maybe partner with existing groups.
Like what kind of groups?
Woodworking groups.
Yeah.
Homebrewing clubs.
Oh, yeah, people who are already into DIY.
Exactly. Tap into those existing networks.
Smart. What about returns?
That's why it's so important to source high-quality tools.
Okay.
Offer warranties. Stand behind your products.
So people trust me.
Right. And then there's the competition.
Oh, yeah, the big box store.
They have huge selections and lower prices.
So how do I compete with that?
You have to highlight what makes you different.
Okay.
The personal touch, the hands-on tryouts, the social atmosphere,
Yeah, it's an experience.
not just a transaction.
I get it, but I gotta ask, is this just a fad? Or is there something more here?
That is a great question, and that's what we're going to explore in part 3 of our deep dive.
Oh man, the suspense is killing me. All right, so we're back, and I'm ready to talk about the future of tool parties.
The future.
Yeah, is this just a fad, or is there something more here?
You know what? I think it's more than just a fad,
Okay, tell me why.
because it's not just about tools. It's like a bigger cultural thing.
A cultural thing. How so?
For a long time, tools have been marketed to, like, pros, right?
Contractors, serious DIRers, yeah.
But there are more and more people
Mm-hmm.
who want to learn these skills.
Yeah,
But they find the whole hardware store thing intimidating.
it can be overwhelming.
It can be, and tool parties kind of change that.
Make it more approachable.
Yeah, it's social, it's fun, you're learning with your friends.
So it's like taking the fear out of it.
Exactly. And there's also this empowerment thing.
Empowerment.
Like when you learn to fix things yourself,
Yeah,
build something, it's rewarding.
it feels good.
You feel more self-reliant.
Like you're not at the mercy of some handyman.
Right. It's like this back to basics movement.
Oh,
Reclaiming those traditional skills.
yeah, I like that.
And tool parties are part of that.
It's a really interesting idea. So where do we go from here? What's the future of tool parties?
I think it's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, this idea could really take off.
Like how
Imagine tool party franchises.
with franchises.
Yeah, all over the country.
Like tool-themed paint and sip studios.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or regional tool festivals.
That's possible.
Yeah, where people can learn from experts, try out new tools.
That sounds so cool.
Or how about subscription boxes?
Subscription boxes for tools.
Yeah, curated for specific projects or skill levels.
That's a good idea.
There are so many possibilities.
That could be a whole lifestyle brand.
A movement.
Yeah, more than just parties.
Exactly.
Mm.
And who knows, maybe it expands to other areas of home improvement.
Oh, yeah, like gardening.
Landscaping, smart home tech.
So many options.
It's a really exciting time.
It is. It's amazing how this simple idea has turned into something so much bigger.
It really is.
So as we wrap up, I gotta ask, what's one tool you couldn't live without?
Oh, that's tough.
Hmm.
I think I'd have to say my multi-tool.
Your multi-tool.
Yeah, it's so versatile.
I can see that.
I use it for everything.
Like what?
Tightening screws, opening packages, even fixing my glasses.
That's awesome.
It's like a whole toolbox in my pocket.
I love it. Okay, for me, I gotta go with my cordless drill.
Cordless drill.
It's my go-to for pretty much every project.
I can see you now all confident with your drill.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
So to all our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. What's your can't live without tool?
Head over to our website or social media.
Yeah, tell us what you think and if this has inspired you to explore the world of tool parties.
Maybe even start your own.
We want to hear about that too.
This has been a great conversation.
It really has, and I think we've only just scratched the surface.
Keep learning, keep building.
And never underestimate the power of a good tool.
Absolutely.
That's a wrap on this episode of The Deep Dive.
Thanks for joining us.
And until next time, happy tooling.